Hello everyone, this week we are celebrating Indigenous Literacy Day. Bunyip Primary School, along with all the other schools in Condinia Network, are proudly implementing the Maroon strategy. This includes embedding an Aboriginal perspective into the curriculum and learning about our First Nations people and their culture. We hope you enjoy this Dreamtime narrative read by our staff, and it's called The Two Wallabies.
The Two Wallabies is a dreaming narrative belonging to the Walpiri people. The traditional owner of this narrative is Henry Cook Jackamara, Party Party, and it was translated into English by Christine Nichols. Dreamings or dreaming narratives are always linked to specific sites or tracts of land. This story is based in the Northern Territory.
At first, there were two wallabies.
In the dreaming, they travelled all around the country, bringing many places into being and making water holes and soakages.
Sometimes they would stop at places like Pentala and Lawari and Yuturlu, which is also called the Granites.
Then they would set off again on their travels.
Once, after leaving the Granites, the two wallabies came across a big stretch of flooded water.
The water was as big as a lake and was spreading out. One of the wallabies got swept away by the running water.
The other wallaby looked all around for him. Where is that wallaby? He wondered.
Realised what had happened. He said to himself, I'll have to travel all alone now that he's been carried away by that water.
So the wallaby continued on his way until he came across a small mouse-like creature, or woolly. "What is this?" he asked.
The wallaby picked up the little woolly, and looking very closely at it, he saw that it had 2 ears, 2 feet, and a tail. He looked particularly carefully at its tail. What will I do with it? He thought. I know, I'll take it with me.
And he took the little creature to a place called Mulyu, where he remade it into a wallaby. So now there were 2 wallabies, the big one and the one that had been made from the woolyu.
At first, when the wallaby that had been made from the woolyu tried to hop, it hopped on all 4 legs, stopping and starting.
But the older wallaby showed it how to hop properly, until at last it became a real wallaby.
After that, they began on a long journey, with the big one in front and the smaller one that had been made from a woolyu following.
Then the 2 companions travelled around, going from soak to soak and creating new places.
They stayed at one place they created, Nurijidu, for a very long time.
They created bush tomatoes and planted them in the ground.
After that, the 2 wallabies continued happily on their travels together.
Over the length and breadth of the country that belonged to them and still belongs to them.